don't get off the field. I mean, it just, it happens. And the other day was interesting. They drove the first series and then the last two, so they had 3 possessions for touchdowns, and probably all of them in inopportune times. But it's just one of those things. They had enough plays to can sustain a drive, and we couldn't get them off on 3rd down. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, they made plays. One thing I don't want to spend all day talking about last week, but I think everybody ought to give their quarterback some credit. So that's one of the better quarterbacks we played against in 12 years. Quarterback performances. First of all, he's a good player coming in, but what he did Saturday was, I thought pretty impressive. It's going to happen, and the more you get off on 3rd down, the better off you're going to be, and the more you stay out there. And that was a big part of the game the other day too. What I would say is last week 3rd down, the week before down in the red zone, shut the book. Up until then, we've been pretty good in both those circumstances, and when you don't operate well in those 2 areas, it's tough to be productive offensively. That's football. You have to do everything right. You have to do everything well, and if you don't, it's going to be tough to sustain drives, tough to score points. That's the objective out there, and we're playing a team right now. It's going to make it extremely tough. These guys don't give up much on the ground. They don't give up much in terms of points. And, they're highly ranked in every statistic defensively, so it's going to be a great challenge. I'm surprised it took so long for that question. I'll go back on your question. My expectations, I wouldn't describe them as lofty. I would say they've been the same every year, almost every year. First couple of years, I wouldn't realistically say that we were competing for a championship. But I think once we moved into the 2002 area, certainly a goal of ours, collectively, not just mine. Control what other people's expectations are, those external thoughts. And the experts aren't always right. It's pure and simple. If they go back and look it up, Oregon was behind us at least in 2 of the major polls, preseason polls. I think they got that wrong. There are a couple teams that are ranked ahead of us going into the year that are probably ranked behind us right now. So the stuff about other people's expectations, our responsibility is not to live up to anyone else's expectations. Do the best we can do. That's how we try to evaluate and assess where we're at. I've said this before too. I'll assess this season when it's over. It's not over yet, so we still have 3 games to play, and that's all we need to worry about right now is doing the best with what's in front of us. We can't control what other people think. And I'm quite, I want our fans happy. That means we're winning. So we all want to win. And you can't worry about expectations. You can't worry about hurting somebody's feelings or somebody made a bad prediction. That's not what we're playing for. We're playing to win. And try to do our best. If we come up short, we come up short, and that's. In a nutshell, you let Ohio State take their guys, and then you go from there. And that's how it works. I think. Maybe I'm wrong on that. You guys think they contradict me on that one? Oh yeah. If you look at the Big Ten rosters, there are a lot of good players from Ohio. That receiver last week, number 19, is a heck of a player, and he's from Ohio. And there's a lot of good players. They can't take them all. It's like Florida and Texas. They only have so many spots, and if they got 12 or 13 available, that's a good thing for everybody else because everybody else has a chance to go in and get some good players. There are a lot of good players there.
I don't know. I didn't dream of it. I dreamed of playing, college football, and very blessed and honored to have the chance to play in the Big Ten, and then very honored to be here playing under Coach Ferentz. So I think a lot of kids have just dreams of playing college football. I think that's something that a lot of kids think about, and getting that chance is pretty special, and it's almost more important than kind of where you go or what colors you put. No, I was actually a Penn State fan for a while. I liked Kajana Carter a lot. That's why I liked running backs, and so I liked him. I don't know. I rooted for anybody. I didn't really have I rooted for Ohio State. Don't get me wrong, I did, but I was kind of all over the place. I liked Michigan. I liked Penn State. I was kind of a fair weather fan, to be honest. Coach Ferentz was the one who was at my house and wanted me to play football for him. So I didn't stop to think about what coaches didn't want me to play for him, and I haven't thought about that or looked back on it. I just kind of worried about what I can do for Iowa once I get here.
Yeah, the underdog role is always a role that we like to be in as Hawkeyes and things like that. We're in it so much, and I think it causes us to play better, stronger, harder, things like that, and try and beat the odds. I think a lot of fans don't realize, how hard it is to go undefeated and win the Big Ten title and make it to the Rose Bowl. I think they just think, since we had such a good season last year, it's just supposed to happen, and that's really unrealistic. The Big Ten's a very competitive conference, and anybody can lose to anybody else on any given Saturday. So I mean, we know that as a team. I just think a lot of the fans don't understand that, and, which is fine. But it is a really competitive conference and a really competitive season. It's a long season, and a lot of things can happen.
That's the outside. We know as a team what's still on the line. I think they're trying to mark our season as over just because a couple things that have happened, but we still have a lot to go out and play for and prove. You hear stuff, but people can say whatever they want. All that matters is the guys on our team, the coaching staff. We try to keep everything we can in-house, just as far as what we're doing, and that's basically it.